Dear students, second year, third semester. This is class number 5, I think. It's a beautiful morning here, Vancouver. This is Capilano University, just close to the amphitheater. Anyways, it's beautiful scenery here. Today we're gonna talk about another memory drawing. We started one last week, and this week we're gonna do another one. Pretty much the same idea, a little bit more advanced maybe. Stay tuned. I will come back with that horrible mask and everything. See you soon. Okay, everybody. Today we are going to continue with the memory drawing that we started last week. Last week, if you remember, and I'm sure you remember, that model would pose for us for a minute, and then she would, or it was a he, right? He would leave the platform, and you had 4 minutes to finish that drawing. You were drawing for a minute from the actual pose in front of you, but then for 4 minutes you were developing the drawing from your memory. That was the task last week. This week, she's going to pose for us for a minute again, but you're not allowed to draw her. Yeah, you just memorize her, you analyze her, you look for a movement in the body, you look for the weight, you look for where the chest is, where the hip is, what's the relationship between them, how the head is tilted, where is the neck, and how the legs are carrying the weight of the body. And how's the balance? What is the line of action? Everything that is important about the drawing, the gesture, you try to memorize those. You have 1 minute, and then after 1 minute, she's going to leave the platform. You're going to draw for 4 or 5 minutes, 5 minutes, let's say 5 minutes. And then, after 5 minutes, she's going to come back. Take the same pose for a minute. Then you can see what you've done. The main purpose is not that last 1 minute by the end of it. The main purpose is that you start drawing from your imagination. You start drawing analytical drawing. You do the build-up, you have to do all the boxes and then anatomy, bone structure, and everything. That's the purpose. But I think it's a bonus for you if by the end of 5 minutes, she comes back and you see what you've done. Is that clear? That's what we're going to do. Okay. Yeah. Now she's back and she's holding the pose for a minute. Pay attention that you might be off a little bit here and there. That's not a big deal. The point is, did you get the whole pose? Did you get the weight? Is the balance okay? Did you get the anatomy correctly? You know, different part of the body. Are you okay with? Is your drawing okay with that? These are the questions that you have to ask when you when she comes back, and you can study the pose once more. She's going to hold it for more 30 seconds, and then you're going to go to next pose. Let's start.
Sit down.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
It's always the next day.
Okay, let's start. And question for you: how was the experience of, drawing with no model? Basically, you had a suggestion from her, but you had to draw from your head, from your imagination. How was it?
It's hard.
So, what?
It's hard.
Hard. Yeah, it is
It's
hard.
not fun.
It is hard. It is hard. It is hard, and when you're very advanced, you can do that. And you need many years of experience before starting doing that. But I think we can speed up that process. At least that's what I'm hoping, and that's what I'm pushing to put you in a situation that you start earlier doing that. Yeah, it's hard. Don't expect that it's going to be easy, but I thought you're doing well. I thought, considering how long you have been drawing and how long you've been focusing on this, you're doing all right. But I want to hear from you more.
I like it.
You liked it?
Maybe it's wrong because I've already been doing this for a while now, even though I was not at a good level.
Yeah?
So I think I'm more used to this than actually like,
Drawing from the figure.
yeah.
Yeah.
But now I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing, so that's
Yeah, that's good. And also, you're raising a good question. What is the relationship between drawing from the model and drawing from your imagination? This is something we're going to talk about more in the future. It's a serious issue. Yes? Anything else? What do you think? Which area you have to work on? What is if this assignment shows you anything? What that thing is?
I don't know. Sometimes I make the torso too short.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
They don't have organs in here.
Yeah.
Don't forget those.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
good.
You said something I couldn't hear you. Louder, please.
Just proportion.
Proportion, yeah.
Because sometimes they get a little mixed up when you look at a pose and you can't draw it, and then you have to remember what they, like, it just kind of messes with it a little bit. And it's already hard enough.
Yeah. Proportion, I would say anatomy, balance, how to get the balance, weight, how to deal with the weight. These are topics that we are going to talk about in future classes this semester. I mean, we're going to go back to anatomy a little bit, talking about anatomy. We're going to talk about how to deal with the weight. This assignment shows you again, you need more anatomy. At least this is my observation. You need more anatomy. You need how to solve the weight and balance problem. And again, constructing the pose. These are the things that you're going to work on. And next week we start a series of different classes. I mean, so far we have sort of gone through one phase, the first phase of drawing from the imagination. Next week I'm going to explain more what I mean this first phase and what is the second phase and what are the assignments for that one. But today, what I want you to do is that she's going to have 5-minute poses. She's not going to leave at all. But I want you to practice. Imagine that for the first minute, you only look at her and you don't draw. You try to memorize. And for the next 4 minutes, don't look at her. Just draw and see what you do. But she's there. She's there all the time. You can consult with her when you want it to. But push yourself. This is very important. This is part of teaching that I cannot do anything. You have to do it. Push yourself to draw from your imagination, not copying, not drawing what you see. Exactly like what we did last hour, 1 minute, just observe, analyze, and see what is in front of you. And then you start build it based on your understanding and your desire and your taste. And then once in a while you can consult with what is there. Right? Then these are 5 minutes. If you're tired of this, just do 5 the way you always do it. The same thing, people who are at home and listening to this video, hopefully, you can do the same thing that we did today with pictures. I mean, the picture is there, just look at it for a minute, don't draw, and then try to draw and see how good you can do it and reproduce the same pose, the same figure. Any question? No? Should we start in 5 minutes? Okay, thank you.